Welcome to Wilderness and Whiskey, where we forget to do things.
We've been drinking all day. Today we're tasting Knob Creek blended bourbon and rye.
This came out in July 2024, another recent bourbon. We've been lucky on our hunts lately.
Yeah, locally again, we were lucky enough to pick up the last bottle. Yeah, this is Knob Creek's blended whiskeys, I guess is what you call it.
It's a bourbon rye blend, I guess.
Yeah, it's got a 9-year bourbon in it and a 7-year rye.
It's 113 proof.
Yeah, it says notes of vanilla, caramel, a little bit of black pepper.
Black pepper?
Black pepper.
Probably that rye there.
Yeah, probably the rye taste. That's what I'm guessing. It's something unique that, like I said, they only had one bottle left locally. I wanted to try it.
Yep. If you saw our DC bourbon hunting video, we got this there in DC area.
Yeah, DC area bourbon hunting.
So check that video out too.
What do we pay for this? Do you remember?
$50, $60?
I don't think it was even that much. It was around 50.
I don't remember.
It was low 50s.
Been buying too much bourbon, don't remember. It all blends together.
That's a scary thought, but yes. I'm excited about it. We've been on a Knob Creek binge.
We have been on Knob Creek binge.
Add to it, right?
Add to it.
All right, let's crack her open. Give me if I remember correctly.
Nice pull.
Good pull.
Let me hear that pop. Ooh,
Good pop.
Good pop.
Fake cork again, but we've come to expect that with Knob Creek. It smells unique. I don't know. It's kind of a unique.
Getting more of a rye smell off the cork.
All right. Go ahead and cap her off, Steve-O. Let her warm up a bit to the glass. See what we think here. Very light.
Very light in color.
Yeah, it's got a light color. For a 9-year bourbon in here, I wouldn't have expected that, would you?
Maybe. It's got that blend in the rye there.
Smells like a bourbon.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm willing to guess it's more bourbon than rye.
That's what I think off the nose.
It's a blended straight whiskeys. Oh, there, it does say it.
Oh.
38% bourbon, 70% rye.
I would not have guessed that.
Heavier on the rye itself. It says it just barely on the edge of the label right there.
I would not have guessed that off the nose. It has more of a bourbon nose.
It does have a little bit more of a bourbon nose there.
All right, let's give it a flavor. Oh, yeah. Definitely 78%. Or whatever it was, 70 whatever percent
70%.
rye. Ooh, that's got a lot of rye spice.
I'm sorry. 70% and 30% of the bourbon. I said 38.
Okay, so it's 70% rye, 30% bourbon,
Because
guys.
38 plus 70 is 108. And
But back to my flavor. That is a rye.
that is definitely a rye.
Holy crap, that is overly rye.
I wonder if that's a reason they did it. Maybe they made a rye that was too much rye and they decided to cut it with bourbon.
That could be it. That's what this comes across on the palate, but the nose is overwhelmingly bourbon to me, which is weird. You know what the funny part about this is? Caramel, vanilla, and black pepper. I get all three of those.
I do. I get a little bit of spearmint in there too.
Very much so. That rye spearmint flavor that I know you really like. I like it too, but doesn't stand out to me like it stands out to you. I taste all three of their tasting notes, which surprises me because usually the distiller's tasting notes and my palate are not in sync. Vanilla stands out. The rye spice comes through with that black pepper. It's got a nice spice on the back end of it. And it drinks like 113 proof.
It does.
It does. It drinks like 113 proof. I say that more than often, guys. Most of the things that we like, because we like high proof stuff, doesn't drink like a high proof. This does. This drinks like 113 without the burn.
Yeah, it hits you front as 113 proof.
Yes.
But then it mellows out.
Very nicely. I think that's the bourbon aspect of it. No bourbon burn, no rye burn. It just kind of evens out.
I did my last sip already. I'm done.
Yeah, and you know what this means?
What's that?
Second pour time.
Second pour?
I think this deserves a second pour, Steve. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
The thing I like about this is I want to say it inherited parts of the good from rye and the bourbon. The nose on it and the mellowness of the bourbon.
I mean, I do,
and the rye spice.
I do love Knob Creek bourbons, and
Yes.
I do love Knob Creek rye, so it's a good marriage of them.
It is. I think this inherited the best parts of Knob Creek's 7-year-old bourbon or 9-year-old bourbon, and they're rye. It's not quite as spicy as the 10-year or like.
The nose is different from the flavor.
Most definitely. That's the thing that stands out to me the most. The nose on this is overwhelmingly bourbon. The taste profile on this is overwhelmingly rye.
Yeah, the only thing I get close to the bourbon, I get a slight minciness, but very so slightly. But maybe I know that because it's a rye.
You know what stands out to me? Like you said on that second pour, the spearmint. Once my palate warmed up to it, I get that spearmint on the mid palate, if you will. Yeah, the mid palate, I get a lot of spearmint.
The finish, it finishes nicely.
Finishes wonderfully.
It holds on to that flavor. It's there. I get the spearmint on the back end.
Yeah.
And I think that spearmint really holds it on to the flavor, which I really enjoy. If I'm rating this, I think it's just a blue for me. It's nothing special. It's an average.
It's a blue. It is a blue.
It is a blue.
I give you that.
You give it a blue?
I would say
we both agree it's a blue?
Yeah, it's a blue.
It's a blue.
But guys, tell us what you guys think. Honestly, please tell us what you think about this if you've tried this one. But like, subscribe, let us know what you think. And
explore the goodness.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.